All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Saira Mujtaba. The headlines. India's defence exports register over 10 times increase since 2016-17. Prime Minister Narendra Modi describes it as a clear manifestation of India's talent and enthusiasm towards Make in India. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to address a public meeting at Hisua in Nawada district of Bihar today. GST collections increased by 13% to 1.6 lakh crore rupees in March, second highest ever. Second Energy Transitions Working Group meeting under India's G20 Presidency to begin today at Gandhinagar in Gujarat. In sports, PV Sindhu to take on Indonesia's Gregoria Mariska Tunjung in summit clash of Madrid Spain Masters badminton tournament this afternoon. And in IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants beat Delhi Capitals by 50 runs. And now the news in detail. India has achieved a remarkable milestone in defence exports in financial year 2022-23 as it rose over 10 times since 2016-17. Defence exports of the country have reached an all-time high of approximately 16,000 crore rupees. The country is now exporting to over 85 countries. In a tweet, Prime Minister Narendra Modi described the achievement as a clear manifestation of India's talent and enthusiasm towards Make in India. He said it also shows the reforms in the sector over the last few years are delivering good results. Mr. Modi said the government will keep supporting efforts to make India a defence production hub. He said, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh in a tweet described it as a remarkable achievement for the country. He said under the inspiring leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the defence exports will continue to grow exponentially. The Defence Ministry said that Indian industry has shown its capability of design and development to the world, with 100 firms exporting defence products at present. The rising defence exports and participation of over 100 countries in Aero India 2023 are proof of the country's growing defence manufacturing capabilities. To give a push to defence exports, the government has taken a number of policy initiatives and brought reforms over the last 5-6 years. Export procedures have been simplified and made industry-friendly, with end-to-end online export authorization, curtailing delays and bringing ease of doing business. The government has notified 3 Open General Export License (OGL) for export of parts and components, transfer of technology and major platforms and equipment. Senior BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah will address a public meeting at Hisua in Nawada district this afternoon. Mr. Shah held a meeting with senior party leaders to chalk out a strategy in view of 2024 Lok Sabha elections after reaching Patna yesterday evening. Bihar BJP President Samrat Chaudhary said, Mr. Shah's visit to Sasaram in Rohtash district has been called off due to the imposition of Section 144 following clashes during Ram Navami festivities in the area. The Home Minister was scheduled to address public meetings at Sasaram today. Laying the foundation stone of the building of Sashastra Seema Bal SSB in Patna has also been cancelled due to unavoidable reasons. Mr. Shah yesterday inaugurated and laid the foundation stone of several development projects worth over 2,400 crore rupees at Aizawl in Mizoram. Mr. Shah also unveiled the building of Assam Rifles' new battalion headquarters at Zokhosang, 15 kilometers away from Aizawl city. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Shah said, unveiling of several projects testifies that both the centre and the state government are committed to the development of Mizoram. He appealed to the insurgent organizations indulging in violence in the northeast to join the mainstream, become a part of the democratic process and give their contribution in the development of the region and the country.
एक जमाने में नॉर्थ ईस्ट में उग्रवादी समूहों द्वारा हिंसा थी, रेड, रोड और हवाई संपर्क की कमी थी और डेवलपमेंट का नामो निशान नहीं। और पिछले 9 साल में मोदी जी के प्रयास से, भारत सरकार के प्रयास से और नॉर्थ ईस्ट की जनता के सहयोग से पूर्वोत्तर में हम शांति ला पाए हैं, कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ाई है।
India's Goods and Services Tax (GST) revenue collection for the month of March 2023 stood at 1.6 lakh crore rupees, which is 13% higher than the GST revenues in the same month last year. The Finance Ministry said it is for the fourth time in the current fiscal year that the gross GST collection has crossed 1.5 lakh crore rupees since the implementation of GST. Out of the total collection, CGST is 29,546 crore rupees, SGST is 37,314 crore rupees, and IGST is 82,907 crore rupees, including 42,503 crore rupees collected on import of goods. While cess contributed 10,355 crore rupees, including 960 crore rupees collected on import of goods. Meanwhile, the gross collection for year 2022-23 stands at 18.1 lakh crore rupees, while the average gross monthly collection for the full year is 1.51 lakh crore rupees. The ministry said the gross revenues in 2022-23 were 22% higher than last year. The second Energy Transitions Working Group ETWG meeting under India's G20 presidency will be held at Gandhinagar in Gujarat today. More than 100 delegates representing G20 member countries, special invitee countries and international organizations are participating in the three-day meeting. The delegates will engage in detailed deliberations on priority areas during the meeting. The first Energy Transition Working Group meeting was held in Bengaluru in the month of February this year, where member countries supported the 6 identified priority areas by the Indian Presidency. These priority areas include energy transition through addressing technology gaps, low-cost financing for energy transition, and energy security and diversified supply chains. The second Energy Transition Working Group meeting is expected to revisit the key takeaways from the previous meeting and take the discussions forward, leading to building consensus on key areas. More from our correspondent.
As part of the meeting, 3 side events have been planned. The first side event will be on global green hydrogen ecosystem, the second on accelerate cooling as a key enabler towards energy transition, and the third event is related to diversified renewable energy supply chains for advancing energy transition. These events will enable sharing of knowledge from successful initiatives that can be replicated across emerging economies. The 3-day event also provides an opportunity to the foreign delegates to get a glimpse of rich cultural heritage of Gujarat. Anand Kumar for AIR News, Gandhinagar.
Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur will address National Media Conclave organized by Lokmat Media Group in Nagpur this evening. Mr. Thakur will address on the topic, Is Indian Media Completely Polarized? Mr. Thakur will also inaugurate a painting depicting the history of Lokmat newspaper in the Lokmat Bhavan of Nagpur. The day-long conclave has been organized on the occasion of the birth centenary year of the freedom fighter and founder-editor of Lokmat Media Group, late Jawaharlalji Darda. The media conclave will witness a galaxy of editors of major media houses in the country who will express their views in this conclave. This exclusive conclave will also be attended by hundreds of journalists across the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. The Uttar Pradesh government will compensate the farmers whose crop has been damaged by the recent rain and hailstorm in the state. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath yesterday instructed officials to conduct a survey as soon as possible. In the last 15 to 20 days, the untimely rain and hailstorm has occurred many times and it has damaged the wheat, mustard and other crops badly in the state. More than 1 lakh farmers have been affected and 7 people have lost their lives due to bad weather in the last few days in the state, as per official records. The Chief Minister has directed officials to provide ex gratia to the families of the people who lost their lives in the tragedy. As per the Relief Commissioner's office, 9 districts including Pilibhit, Bareilly, Sitapur, Aligarh, Moradabad, Sonbhadra, Hamirpur, Sambhal and Unnao were affected by hailstorm which damaged the crop of farmers badly. Due to the bad weather for the last 15 days, crops in more than 34,000 hectare land have been affected and the government will give compensation of 5,638 lakh rupees to them. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. You're listening to Morning News. All India Radio is presenting a vignette of select quotes of the Prime Minister from Mann Ki Baat as the program completes its 100th episode in April this year. In this 37th episode, let's listen to the excerpts of Mann Ki Baat.
People, voice and direct dialogue. That's your and our Mann Ki Baat. Yes, this is how our Prime Minister connects with millions of countrymen. With the program Mann Ki Baat, aired on the last Sunday of every month on All India Radio. This series, which started on October 3rd, 2014, will complete its 100th episode in April 2023. In this 37th episode, let's listen to those excerpts of Mann Ki Baat in which the Prime Minister spoke about the festival of Chhath Puja. Consistently in the Mann Ki Baat program, the Prime Minister has not only spoken about social and cultural issues, but through them has also been successful in imparting a message to the nation. In the Mann Ki Baat program, broadcast on 29th October 2017, the great festival of sun worship, Chhath, was drawing close. And so, in this episode, the Prime Minister spoke of sun worship and the importance of cleanliness.
सूर्य और जल महापर्व छठ की उपासना के केंद्र में है, तो बांस और मिट्टी से बने बर्तन और कंदमूल इनकी पूजन विधि से जुड़ी अभिन्न सामग्रियां हैं। आस्था के इस महापर्व में उगते सूर्य की उपासना और डूबते सूर्य की पूजा का संदेश अद्वितीय संस्कार से परिपूर्ण है। दुनिया तो उगने वालों को पूजने में लगी रहती है, लेकिन छठ पूजा हमें उनकी आराधना करने का भी संस्कार देती है, जिनका डूबना भी प्रायः निश्चित है। हमारे जीवन में स्वच्छता के महत्व की अभिव्यक्ति भी इस त्योहार में समाई हुई है।
In some more news, Russia has taken over the presidency of the UN Security Council despite Ukraine urging members to block the move. Each of the Council's 15 members take up the presidency for a month on a rotating pattern. The last time Russia had the presidency was in February 2022. Despite Ukraine's complaints, the United States said it could not block Russia, a permanent council member, from assuming the presidency. On to sports now. Two-time Olympic medalist and former world badminton champion PV Sindhu will take on Indonesia's Gregoria Mariska Tunjung in the summit clash of the Madrid Spain Masters today at 3 p.m. Sindhu stormed into the final, defeating Yeo Jia Min of Singapore in the semi-final in straight sets 24-22, 22-20 in Madrid yesterday. And in IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants thrashed Delhi Capitals by 50 runs in Lucknow last night. Put into bat, Lucknow made 193 runs, losing 6 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. In reply, Delhi could manage 143 for 9. Today, Sunrisers Hyderabad will lock horns with Rajasthan Royals in Hyderabad at 3:30 p.m. and Royal Challengers Bangalore will clash with Mumbai Indians in Bengaluru at 7:30 p.m. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Renu Kataria.
Thank you, Saira. Papers have widely noticed the Prime Minister flagging off the Vande Bharat Express between Bhopal and New Delhi, along with the review of the security situation of armed forces during Combined Commanders Conference. The Sunday Statesman writes, "Be prepared to deal with emerging threats," says Modi. GST collections in March jumped 13% to 1.6 lakh crore rupees, headlines The Economic Times. India's push raises hopes of a G20 consensus amid Ukraine imbroglio, writes Hindustan Times. Amid the rise in COVID cases worldwide, the Sunday Statesman writes, WHO calls for boosters for elderly, vulnerable groups. And for many of us reveling in the recent showers that brought down temperatures, Hindustan Times writes, after a rainy March, April said to be hotter than usual, says IMD. And with that, it's back to you, Saira.
Thank you, Renu. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India's defence exports register over 10 times increase since 2016-17. Prime Minister Modi described it as a clear manifestation of India's talent and enthusiasm towards Make in India. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to address a public meeting at Hisua in Nawada district of Bihar today. GST collections increased by 13% in March, second highest ever. Second Energy Transitions Working Group meeting under India's G20 presidency to begin today at Gandhinagar in Gujarat. PV Sindhu to take on Indonesia's Gregoria Mariska Tunjung in summit clash of Madrid Spain Masters badminton tournament this afternoon. And in IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants beat Delhi Capitals by 50 runs. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.